Morning guys, as you will have seen if you follow our Facebook page, I'm going to do a wild camp on the drive because I can't get to the Lake District, so I still need to feel like I've gone wild camping, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. But first I have some jobs to do. I've got to go take some photographs for a client, and then I'm going to go up to a place called Barden to get a photograph because the weather is absolutely delightful. Clouds are looking ace, so I'm hoping to get a shot that I've been trying to get for such a long time, so I'll take you with me for that. Probably have some dinner up there in the van and a cuppa, chill out for 5 minutes, come back, and then me and Michelle are going to clean the van. So that should be interesting. It's not a how-to, we're probably going to clean it wrong. Why are you wiping it with that sponge? Don't use that sponge. Oh my god, you've wiped the wheels and then the bonnet. Oh no, what, you're using that? What, tea-cut? Tea-cut? Nobody uses tea-cut anymore. Then it's make dinner in the van, prep the van, sleep in the van time. So yeah, it's a day centred around the van. So follow me on this journey. It should be interesting. See you soon. Bye. Final job of 2020 done. Tick. I can now have my Christmas, and now I'm going to take some photographs for me up at a beauty hotspot that I've been wanting to take photographs from for a while now, but I've just been waiting for the perfect opportunity, and I think today is that perfect opportunity. Need to go pick up a dartboard and let's go to get some photographs and have some dinner. See you in a bit. Bye. Right, so I've just been to pick up an essential item. Just putting my cushions back properly now. And the essential item is a dartboard because a friend of mine is getting better at darts than me during lockdown, and that's bothering me. So I have now got a dartboard so I can get better than him. So yes, bring it on, John. Right, so let's go head off now to somewhere else. Right, so I'm here, and just like probably many YouTubers who do this, then when there's anybody else around, like any other member of the public that's not involved in your video, you tend to sort of clam up and not talk. Well, I'm trying to get over that at the moment because it's for me to get over, isn't it? There are some awesome views, absolutely awesome views. So let's get out and let's have a look. Of course. Tell you what though, there are a lot of people in because it's so lovely. It's not really a car park, it's just an area to just pull in. So it would actually be, in essence, a great place to do a wild camp, but right now there are quite a lot of cars here, and some of them sort of pulled up behind as well. But the views are absolutely stunning. I don't know if this camera picks it up. It's a bit boggy, that, isn't it? But yeah, there's a couple of shots that I wanted to get further over that way. So I'm going to do that. But first of all, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the kettle on. There's a nice, oh, you see there's over there. If it clears up, I don't know whether I want a misty shot or a clear shot. And I won't get to choose that. Miss Nature chooses that. So I think it's going to have to be a misty shot, but there's some clouds over on the peaks at the top there, and they look properly nice. So I might grab those. This is quite a famous hill climb, is this, for cyclists. It's on my 12 climbs of Christmas that I'm going to be doing. Not tomorrow because it's going to be raining, but the day after because it's looking like a lovely day. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do now. So let's get the van doors open. Let's get the heater on, full blast. In fact, I should have done that first, shouldn't I? Right, okay, so here we go. Heater on. Let's just moving the the wee bucket. Heater on. In fact, what I am going to do, because I'm on a bit of an incline, let me just check that the fuel is still at, oh wait a minute, I need to open that. Basically what I'm doing is I'm making sure the fuel is still going to the actual fuel hole, because what I don't want to do is, wait a minute, because what I don't want to do is have the fuel have tipped to one side and then it not send fuel out to the diesel heater. Oh, by the way, yeah, this, I'll do some B-roll. Okay, it's not finished yet, but there's plenty of air gap up there. That's all good. Right then, let's just do a bit of B-roll of that. B-roll. Right, so diesel heater's on. Gonna let that warm up. Gonna cook up some dinner, probably some lentils or something like that. Something simple. Get the kettle on as well. Should be nice. The conditions are improving for photographs, which is ace. And the view from the van is just full epic. There's the view through the window of the van. I don't think there's any reason why I couldn't wild camp up here at all, because I think later on everyone will disappear, they'll go back to their homes, and then this area will just become empty. There'll be no one around, no one would even use this road. This road only really gets used for people who are wanting to come up here to walk up here, so it will be absolutely dead. Yeah, ace. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now, have some dinner, let's get that on. Having a van, being able to look out at the epic scenery. I'm just going to change the direction of the heater vent. The heat is pumping straight onto me. Bringing the fresh air from outside. Got the lights on, the kettle on, my boiling the bag inside the kettle. Just, do you know when you get to a point where you think to yourself, actually I just want to sit here and stare, I don't really want to take any photographs. No, I will. I've come up here to take photographs, so I might as well. So, right, what am I using? Right, I'll show you what I'm using. I brought a few cameras actually. Because I've been working, I use the Sony a7 III with the Tamron 28-75 lens. I think it's an absolute beauty. It's so sharp is that lens, and the camera's ace. Yeah, so I usually use that, well, I mostly use that for professional photography. So I'm using the Sony a7 R2 with the Canon 17-40 lens with the adapter that takes you between the Canon lens and the E-mount for the Sony. So it means I can use some of my old Canon lenses on my new Sony camera system. I've also brought, for a giggle, the Olympus OM10, the film camera, because I've been taking quite a few photographs with that. And you get maybe 36 exposures with this film, and I'm thinking to myself, right, okay, let's try and get a couple of shots off handheld from the top here as well. I might even do a shot of the van, see how that comes out. Although to be fair, I'm really close to the car, so I don't know how that will come out with like this effective sort of 50mm lens, but it's all good. This is what you get a van for, isn't it? This is what you get a van for, to come out into the middle of nowhere and chill out in it, whatever your hobby is. Your hobby might be just to chill out in your van, and that is okay. My hobby is to take some photographs of stuff, and that too is okay. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. But first I'm going to eat because I am hungry. If any of these don't come out today, it's not a problem, because I nipped out to the moors, which is literally a walk from my front door, and managed to get some photographs that I was super happy with. I'll pop some of those up now for you because I'm really happy with them. Again, it's not to everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, I'm happy with those photographs. I'll pop them up now, you can have a look. I think I've said this before. These Aldi French lentils, awesome. Unless you don't like lentils. So I've got my composition. It's not the photograph I intended to get, or the photograph I had in my head. Right, so settings on the camera are f8. Now you'll notice that I've changed the lens as well. The lens was the 17-40 Canon. I've now changed it for the 70-200 lens by Sony. Just the f4, because it's perfect for landscape photography, because pretty much you always use over f4 anyway. So I've got it at f8. My ISO is on 100 and the shutter speed is at 1/80th of a second. Now the sun does keep coming out, so I'm going to keep just grabbing the odd shot. The diesel heater, by the way, is on. That's as loud as it gets now. I'm right next to the van. And that is the sound of the exhaust. Sound of the exhaust from the back. I think personally, when I watch YouTube videos, it sounds a lot louder on the videos than it does in real life. Here's the sound of the fan in here. That's totally acceptable. It's quieter than the fans in the front of the cab when they're on full blast. I've done all the photographing I'm going to do, so I'm going to spend 10 minutes just sat in peace and quiet, enjoying my cup of coffee before I set off back to clean the van. Okay, see you in a bit, guys. Cheers. So when are you doing mine?
It's too big. Can't reach the top. I'm too little.
It's too big.
Found a toothbrush, so I'm just. Watch this. Check this.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Better not be my toothbrush.
Yeah, you can put it back in.
Oh, wicked! Yeah, yeah, nice.
It is actually yours. Look, it's green.
The van's filthy. Check it. Boobity boo, do 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 do. It's just. Oh, you're getting me wet.
Oops, sorry.
The worst bit of the van is the back, and that literally just gets caked in mud. I got mud flaps because I thought that would stop any crap flipping up and getting onto the side of the van. It turns out it doesn't really do much difference.
And I've used all the car shampoo.
You've used all the car shampoo?
Yeah. Well, you told me not to use washing up liquid, so.
Well, you don't use washing up liquid. You haven't used it all, have you?
No.
Yeah. No. Wonder how she's doing. You know what? I'm well busy having a cup of coffee.
You need to help me.
No, thank you. Reverse, 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 reverse. Oh, Shell. Don't forget to do wheels. Right, so this is as if now I am wild camping. So no, I can't go back in the house. I'm only using stuff that I have in the van, so I've not taken anything else. I'm going to use the stove and the ridge monkey and all of the implements that I've got in the van, and as if I've just nipped to the shop on the way to wild camping, stocked up the fridge, obviously with beer, and then this is how I would wild camp. The only difference between this and how I would normally wild camp is I probably won't have this many lights on because it's pretty bright. It's like Blackpool illuminations in here. And then obviously the curtain normally goes across here, but I'm testing out the thermal screens at the moment. Now I've bought some new thermal screens, which is ace. Just a sec. So I bought some new thermal screens. I'll put a link in the description below. I think I got them from Amazon. Cheapest chips, 39 quid. Now, I didn't buy them because I thought they were going to be ace. I bought them because they were cheap, and I'm a Yorkshireman. Because I've just realised, and it smells really nice, I bought another little toy for the van. It's a little, I don't know if you can see it. So basically it's this. It's like a little USB fan. I don't know if you can see that. It's plugged in. I mean, it's just there. So it's like that, and that thing there, that is like a scent capsule. Basically, right, to cut a long story short, I didn't want the van smelling of like bacon or food and stuff like that. But on the similar side, I didn't want the van smelling like magic trees because I'm not really a fan of magic trees. I wanted something that was pretty subtle and quite fresh. The scent I'm using at the moment is called Just Breathe. And they come in little pod packs like this. I've got another one, but I think it smells a bit bathroomy, so we might use that in the house. I don't know.
Which is the cool part.
So when I'm sat at this side of the van, I'm going to class this as this is the kitchen area where I would eat dinner. And then when I go to the other side of the van with my feet up, that's the lounge side of the van. I've pretty much cooked a full meal that I'm going to go smashing now. So we're going to add some lovely spring onion, and then some celery for crunch, and then some cucumber rind, then the duck with hoisin sauce as well to add for authenticity. Get that rolled up, and then let's give this a try. Amazing. Tastes exactly like a duck wrap from the Chinese takeaway. Right, so beer time. I'm going to watch some more of my favourite YouTube channels. Sorry about the noise. I finished my dinner now. That was lush. I've swapped sides to the lounge area of the van. And I've been watching a bit of Dragon's Den on YouTube, which has been nice. So I'm going to leave the heater on because it's really cold outside. So sorry about the noise, but yeah, I think warmth comes before audio tonight. Right, so there's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about. I think I've got B-roll for them as well, so I could probably put that over the top, which is ace. By the way, cheers. I built a shelf in the van, and it's a shelf that goes over the kitchen area. I've been wanting to put one in there for such a long time, but I was going to buy one, and they were so expensive, about £150 some of them, and not all of them matched my interior, so I would have had to have made a compromise to get one that looked similar or one that looked so different it actually worked. So even though I went back to the same people that I bought the interior cupboards from, they didn't do this type of material anymore. So a lot of digging, a lot of faffing. It's been about 6 months in the making, and not only that, I didn't want to spend that amount of money. I decided to just make my own shelf. So yeah, the B-roll for that should be on there, and I'm really happy with it. I measured it to fit cans, so you can put cans of beans in there, things like that. Yeah, they fit perfectly, and the teacups that we own, they fit in there perfectly. The cans of beer fit in there perfectly, which is more important. The Bodum cups fit in there as well, so it just adds that little bit of extra storage space when you're cooking, or it stops you having to use all of the side as well. So like I put my keys up there, and what else, I put my phone up there while I was driving, it were on charge, and just silly stuff like that. I mean, I know the tea and the coffee and all those pots can fit up there as well. So when we camped up, it means that everything's in there ready to get to, but it means also that if we need to drive away, we don't have to spend 45 minutes packing everything away. We probably only have to just sort of batten the hatches a little bit rather than loads of little tiny little annoying things. So yeah, that's a new thing. I'm really happy with that. And I've also bought some of these. I'll grab one. So I've got some of these like tubs. Now they're plastic, so obviously if they fall off, they're not going to break. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole in the top of this, and I'm going to add like a rubber seal, and then I'm going to screw this to the underside of the shelf. So then this is always attached to the shelf, and then this will have, I don't know, cereal or pasta or something like that, and then it goes up to the thing, and then you screw it from the bottom to hold it in place, and then it stays hanging. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do there. Probably only do 2 of those, and then the other 2 could probably go in the cupboard in here as well, because the space upstairs in this slidey door cupboard upstairs, the space at the top in this slidey door cupboard is like dead space. So it'd be nice to have all those things in there, knowing we can get to them at any point in time as well, which is ace. I also boxed in the diesel heater as well. I've done it at the front and the back. Not sure I've got any B-roll for that, but if I haven't, I'll probably add it at some point, because yeah, you need to see that. It's ace. I put a little cupboard door on the back side of the van, and then I've sort of framed around the intake of the diesel heater so the air can still freely move, but it looks a lot neater when you open the back door now. It's not just like this big chasm of space with a diesel heater and all the electrical gubbins in there. Me and Michelle putting together and planning a European tour. Basically it's at the start, so we're writing down the places we want to visit, and then we're going to find a route, and then we're going to see if we can find some campsites on that route to follow. What we might do first off is plan like a UK tour first, depending on what happens with the whole situation that we're all going to not going to talk about. So yeah, we'll probably plan a UK one that goes, maybe, I do want to do the North Coast 500, but I sort of don't, because it's kind of like the thing that everybody does. We'll probably end up doing it, and we'll probably end up vlogging it, but I want to, that's already done, do you know what I mean? You follow that route and you stay at the specific campsites. I want to create my own little mini tour, whether it be of Scotland, or whether it be of Wales, or the Lake District, or just the north. You know, we could go around sort of Alnwick and up Northumberland way and round and on the Scottish borders, go up and into Oban maybe, and come back down again, down through the Lake District, have like a super scenic one. We could also go south, because there's some great views down. Obviously you can go down all the way down to Cornwall and Devon and things like that, but I'm thinking maybe like more of a city break one. So if we went south, I went to sort of just outside London and then got the train in, things like that. So there's plenty of things in the pipeline. It's just there is a certain thing in the way at the moment that's stopping us from cracking on with that. Time to put the homemade table away. Now what I'm going to do, rather than getting back outside and popping it on the back door, I'm just going to shove this in the front, which is where we'll probably put it any normal time anyway. Saves me waiting until I'm absolutely shattered and then setting the bed up. Might as well get it done now. Right, so that boy out now. Can't drop in anything. Pillows. Nice. Lovely. Right then. Let's go over there. And there we go. The bed is ready. Yeah, get that popped down there. Get the lid down. The toilet's ready to go. I'm not going to need that as a seat, am I? So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take the toilet cover off. Honestly, these toilet covers are epic. Obviously they're flattened down like that, but that's the sponge for the seat, and then the rest of it just goes over the toilet, which means you don't have to look at your toilet while you're eating your dinner. And you can use it to sit on as well, which is ace. But I've already talked about that, and I'm fully aware that I'm waffling on now. So I'll see you in the morning. Take care, bye. Morning. What an ace night's sleep that was. I think it rained in the night. I turned the fan heater off and it dropped down to about 10 degrees in the van. I've got the fan on now, so sorry about the noise of that, but the temperature in the van now is 21 degrees and it's proper toasty and lovely. So yeah, it dropped in temperature, but it took ages. I mean, when I went to sleep, I don't really like going to sleep with the fan on, so I switched it off, and I can't speak properly on the morning when I first wake up. Yeah, it warmed up pretty quick, you know, so I had it on for like 20 minutes or something, and then it got up to 20 degrees and it stayed like that for quite some time. So it would seem that the thermal screens at the front have worked. It's retaining the temperature. We still had quite a bit of condensation on the windows. Yeah, still got quite a bit of condensation there. And I just need to check to see how good the condensation is on the front windows to see if the thermal screens stop the condensation. Now, I think for a fact, just have a quick check here. Yeah, so the condensation on these windows is from there. Like, there's none here at all, and it's just from there down. But I think that's just because the fan heater's been facing that window. Behind it is quite well condensated. Right, let's have a look at these thermal screens and see if it's made any difference. And this one. Ooh, it's promising. Can't get the thingy off though. I really can't get the nail. No, look. Still condensation on the window. Never mind. That means having to make sure they're dry before I put them away. Let's have a quick look behind this one. Yeah, still condensation on the windscreen as well, if you can see it. See it? Now, I think the fatal mistake I made was not cracking a window. I should have opened the two windows. Yeah, that should have been the thing. Definitely. Right, it's coffee time now because it's morning, isn't it? And it's time for me to go. So I shall see you on the next adventure. Hopefully it'll be an actual wild camp or somewhere in a campsite or a travels somewhere. If I don't make a video before, have a brilliant Christmas. Stay safe, and I shall see you soon. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ovs. See you, bye.